Well, what is up, iCkEdMeL? I have this weird update. Legacy and TR sent me this with regards to Cory and Codi, the father and the son, the 4-year-old from Hampton, Virginia, that went missing allegedly January 31st, but now they're looking back 3 months. A neighbor has come forward and spoken up and has stated some pretty weird things, that he would hear the kids there by themselves all the time. He'd be banging on the wall, sometimes yelling at the wall. And comment down below, let me know what you think about this.
Bond, this neighbor, not surprised by that.
Not at all.
Why?
Because all I ever heard was crying all hours of the night, day, just yelling, kids mad. Not adults yelling. It would be children. You know, they'd be crying, stomping on the floor. It's hardwood floors. You hear it.
The neighbor would bang back on the walls.
But when I was loud enough, if I mocked them, it would stop, which was infuriating. It's just if you know that daily, it's the same thing. I didn't know that it was a bunch of children that young. I had no idea, but it was constant and consistent.
It was clear the children had run of the upstairs and Dad was sometimes gone.
It seemed like he was just absent. Like the kids just free will between the front room and the back room. I think that was what they were allowed to have, was this room and that room, and that's all you ever heard.
It's really interesting because this is a different story from what the aunt was saying. I mean, I guess she wasn't there in the lives of the brother or the father and the kids all the time, but you know, what neighbors are telling, it's like a different story.
The neighbor said this about the children and never seen them. Did you ever see the kids out in the yard playing?
No, and I would yell through the wall, let them go outside. Like, I would yell through the wall. Like, no kidding. Why can't they, we have fields.
Yell through the wall?
The only time he saw the children, one time, up in that window, standing on that dresser.
I seen them one time when I was leaving out my apartment, maybe a year ago, maybe even longer. And they were standing on the dresser. Both of them were in diapers and just standing there, waving.
Investigators have stopped by a few times, most recently Thursday.
Again, yesterday, two female officers came yesterday. Pretty much asking the same questions, following up, making sure that I'd already been seen by the FBI and I've already been seen by the police. And they got my information also. So I've given them my information multiple times.
Another thing that I wanted to show you guys is that the aunt, the father's sister, or Codi's aunt, commented on my live stream today. And she wanted, I guess, to make a clarification. And she said that the mother, Codi's mother, is not in the military. And so somebody asked, what does she do for a living? And she said, I'm not sure at this point. Last job I knew of was a home health aide. She hasn't been in the military in over 15 years. And she didn't do a full term. So she was in the military, but she's not. So I just want to reiterate the video by reading the article from Wavy. And it says here that the neighbor said, this is an example of adults not paying attention to children over there. I never heard an adult over there. I never saw an adult taking out the trash. I never saw anyone come in and out of there, the neighbor said. Maybe not see them, but he could hear them all day long into the night. The neighbor said he would bang on the wall to get the children to be quiet. When I was loud enough, if I mocked them, then they would stop, which was infuriating because if you know daily this is going on, you should stop it. I didn't know it was a bunch of children that young. I had no idea. It was constant and consistent, he said. The neighbor would go to Bigsby's front door. I banged on his door. He wouldn't open his door to talk to me. It was always through his door, and he would just say he's sorry. Another neighbor confirms the through the door chats. The door never opened. He wondered what the apartment looked like inside. I didn't know what Codi looked like until he disappeared and he saw him on the news. He confirms he never saw the children outside. I would yell, let them go outside. I would yell through the wall, like no kidding. We all have these fields. Let them go out and play. The neighbor says the charges don't surprise him because all I ever heard was crying and all hours of the night and day, just yelling. The kids were mad, not the adults yelling. It would be children crying and stomping on the floor, and you hear it all day, he said. The only time he saw the children was one time up in the window standing on a dresser. I saw them one time. I was leaving my apartment maybe a year ago. They were standing on a dresser, both of them in diapers, and they were just standing there waving. There was so much noise. I was staying in Norfolk. In the morning, I came home. He reported Codi was missing at 9. I could hear the kids in the back room playing. It didn't make any sense. If the 4-year-old brother was missing, why would they be playing around? He said. That's weird. Investigators have stopped by a few times, most recently Thursday. 2 female officers came by yesterday asking the same questions, following up, making sure I had already been seen by the FBI and I have already been seen by police. So I have given my information multiple times. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the story, the neighbor, the aunt, the mother. Any thoughts? Comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate the support. You guys have a great night. Friday night. Hit the like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. All notifications. Take care of yourselves and peace.